What's up, people? Good morning. It's been one hell of a productive week for me. Real show, real laid back, but I'm back. Welcome to the morning get down. I want to talk about something that is, it almost seems like maybe for the past year, maybe for the past year and a half, maybe 2 years, there's been conversation around an attack on masculinity, right? I don't even know where that shit comes from, to be completely honest. I think it is kind of based on the gay agenda, which I'm gonna talk about in another live. So y'all gotta stay tuned for that one, because I do believe there is such a thing as a gay agenda. But in terms of in terms of an attack on masculinity, in particular black masculinity, I do think that the gay agenda is sort of interwoven into that. But I don't, when it's all said and done, truthfully, I don't believe there is an attack on masculinity. And I'm going to use two talking points or two conversational topics that have come up. What's up, Patrick? Feel free to chime in on the subject matter also. But what I'd like to do is kind of use two maybe topics that have come up social media last couple days to kind of justify my perspective on why I don't believe there is such a thing on, an attack on masculinity. The first thing is the most recent post that I did that was based on this guy, a grandfather who apparently, she got all of these wigs. This is the thing with y'all ladies. Y'all got all of these fucking wigs. You got, extensions and all of this shit, hair on shit all over the place. But y'all don't have mannequins to put this shit on. Not that I would know anything about that, but here's the thing. This young lady used her grandfather because she didn't have any other method to try to style a wig. I'm paraphrasing to you the backstory. So the guy was like, okay, fine. Gave in, and she let him experiment on his head with this wig, right? Picture started going viral all over social media. I thought it was, my own personal opinions really don't matter in this instance when it comes to how the brother is perceived. But at the end of the day, just kind of going in line with the topic itself, you got some guys that are very comfortable with allowing women to put makeup on them, with allowing women to put wigs on them, as what we just saw. That doesn't have anything to do with masculinity, just so you all know. Masculinity has nothing to do with your behavior. It is about a certain quality that it shows up in behavior, but it is not gender specific, and it is not completely behavioral specific. It is a quality, it is an essence, it is the way that certain things respond to the nature of masculinity. I've done a few conversational talking points on this, but for mature people, which is what I reserve my conversation and engagement for, we know that seeing a guy in a wig, seeing a guy in heels, like a lot of you motherfuckers do in Atlanta, seeing a lot of different things has nothing to do with masculinity. Nothing at all. So seeing a guy go viral like that, means nothing. It really doesn't mean anything. The other thing is, let's get to the impressionable segment of the human population, which is these young kids. And there's, again, another conversational talking point about these young kids who have, a way of wanting to kind of experiment and see who they are as young beings in the world, seeing who they are with their identity. With the easy bake oven or the American, the American Girl thing. You got a lot of these, girls that go to the store, buy dolls or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't have kids. But there's a lot of people who take issue with boys who are wanting to play with dolls. Okay, I play with dolls. And I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm not going to toot my own horn here. Not on my show, not on my platform, but I will run circles around you motherfuckers who did not. You know what I'm saying? In every sense of the word, because that's not what being a man is all about. That's not what being a boy is all about. And Here's an interesting dichotomy, though, because I understand the ego perspective and I understand the social perspective of what it means for boys to play with dolls and easy bake ovens. Is that you got a lot of you motherfuckers they got to deal with. So if I was in, American Girl and my son begged me to go get him a doll or an easy bake oven, I would probably have a lot of context around that conversation with my son and say, you know what, young Brian, we're gonna give it a little bit more thought, because I don't know. It's a conflict. It is a conflict. I know it's a conflict. I'm not ready to sit and apologize for it being a conflict because I know what the fuck it is. I just explained it to you, motherfuckers. But I think at the end of the day, there's a certain understanding of what gender is and what gender means and how that is going to change based on the lens of the person who observes it. And out of so many different views and perspectives, can we really say it's just one thing? Can we really say that your motherfucking definition is much more palatable, much more sustainable, and much more credible than mine is? Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? You don't get to tell people what the fuck masculinity is. You just become it. Everybody have a good day. I'll be back soon.